We'd like to remind you all to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know how you feel about this content and what you all may want to see in future content. I also want to remind you all about our Panama Relocation online course that you can access at PanamaRelocationOnlineCourses.com for more information that is going to help you complete your move to Panama seamlessly and efficiently while avoiding costly mistakes. So now our lives basically are a lot less structured. We both had, corporate jobs. My wife and her job, she was able to work from home quite a bit more than I was. She maybe had to go into the office 1 day a week, whereas I may be able to work from home 1 or 2 days a month. But it is a lot less structured now in terms of having to get up and go to a job or get up, jump on conference calls, meetings and things like that. So, our lives now is a lot more, relaxed. We get up generally and go play pickleball, which is a sport that we picked up here from some of the other expats who moved here. And we get to interact a lot with them and with a lot of the Panamanians who picked up the sport, as well. So, when we go play some pickleball, come back a lot of times, cook us some breakfast, catch up a little bit on the news of what's going on back in the States. But we do run a couple of businesses remotely from here. So, we may a few times a week have to go to our storage unit and do some mixing and bottling of the holy anointing oil that we sell. So we have a bottle filling machine there, a labeling machine. So we fill, bottle, and label the bottles, bring them back to the condo. Then maybe like later on in the evening while we're sitting around watching whatever TV series we may be binge watching or whatever at the time, we'll just sit there and package the oil up, as we're watching TV, and then, get the shipment ready and take it to mailboxes, etc., who's basically a mail forwarding service, but they're affiliated with UPS. So take the package to them, let them ship it back. And then, also in between on that time, I may be shooting YouTube videos or spend a lot of time editing videos for our YouTube channel. And aside from that, we're getting together with a lot of friends. Our main form of entertainment out here at the beaches is to basically meet up with our friends at a restaurant where they may be playing some live music. So we'll go do that, hang out with them. And if there's some other larger events going on, big festivals in the city, we just jump in the car and take a quick ride over to the city for the weekend, and hang out. Aside from that, we're sure to plan us a trip, every couple of months where we're either going somewhere within Panama or we're traveling outside of Panama. So, we've been able to, since we've been here, take some trips to some of the surrounding countries like Colombia. We went to 3 cities in Colombia: Medellin, Cartagena, and also San Andres, which was a great trip. And you can get on a plane from here and fly to Colombia very inexpensively, for less than $100. And 50 minutes or so, you're in Cartagena, Colombia. We've also jumped in a car and drove over to Costa Rica. The Costa Rican border is about 6 hours from where we live. So we did take a big trip to Costa Rica and drove around, went to like about 8 cities or so in Costa Rica, and just drove our car. So one thing we didn't know is that you actually had to get permission from the Panamanian government to drive your car out of the country. So we didn't know that. Had to push the trip back like a week, because 2 days before we were about to leave, I found out that you need permission to take your car out of the country, which is interesting. But that's a great experience that you can do that here, because so many of these countries are smaller and they're so close together. You can make it around to a lot of different places. Then, of course, we may plan 1 or 2 trips back to the States to visit our family every year. So, overall, that's kind of generally what life looks like. We can get up, go to the pool, go to the beach. We ride our e-bikes on the beach, or we also ride our e-bikes, take them to the city if we're going to the city for the weekend, and ride those on the Amador Causeway. Stop and have a meal, stop and have some drinks. So during our time here, we've been able to travel around Panama quite a bit as well. We've hit some cities on the Caribbean side, like Bocas del Toro. That's an island chain up on the Caribbean side. And then also Colón Province, Colón City, and Portobello up on the Caribbean side, where a lot more highly concentrated areas of Black people are located, because a lot of those folks migrated from the Caribbean. So it's always fun being able to visit those areas. And then we also visit on occasion Boquete, which is a beautiful mountain town in western Panama, about 6 hours from Panama City, about 5 hours from where we live. Absolutely beautiful up there. Not really a good place for us to live. We don't think, it can get chilly up there. It rains a lot. So it's a great place to visit, but it's not a place that we would want to live. And then we also visit the San Blas Islands, or Cunayala, which is actually the name of the indigenous people that lived there, the original name, Cunayala. It's an island chain archipelago of 365 islands, again, on the Caribbean side of Panama off its northern coast. Absolutely beautiful islands up there, pristine sand. We're able to visit that area. And there's a lot of other areas around Panama we visited, and a lot more that we still have to get to. So, one thing that we've done more of that I thought we would, in our lives here is to do things like go on hikes. We've been hiking mountain trails, hike to certain waterfalls. I figured we would do it some, and I don't want to make it sound like we do it a lot, but we do it more than I expected. I always appreciated, natural beauty of a place. So I love seeing, beautiful sights, getting some beautiful photos, some beautiful videos. But, once you start seeing these things for yourself, it becomes a little bit addictive. Panama is a small country, but it packs a heck of a punch. It has a lot of natural beauty. And so, we found ourselves, occasionally going on a hike. We're actually part of a hiking group, which you couldn't have told me I would be part of a hiking group. But we are part of a hiking group. And just, on occasion, when we do want to link up with them and go check out some of these places, we will do that. So one other thing we like to do is to take our cornhole boards down to the social area and play some cornhole with our friends. So I don't know how many of y'all have heard of this game, but basically it's like a beanbag toss. So because we ended up shipping a container down here, we brought our cornhole boards with us on the container. And so we just, on occasion, go down there, have some drinks, put on some music, play some cornhole. So in addition to wine and cocktail festivals or whatever other events we can find in the city, one interesting thing we were able to do is to go to a boxing event. Panama is really, really known for boxing. You guys may have heard of the great champion Roberto Duran. Is from Panama, El Chorrillo neighborhood in Panama City. So, boxing is very popular here. We were able to catch an event in Panama City. And, this was a really, it was a top-notch event. These guys were like top 10 ranked, WBA, WBO, fighters, all up and down the fight card. And it was very inexpensive. I mean, the tickets were only like $10 for general admission and $40 ringside. So, where can you do that at? So it was a great experience. We went to check that out, and they have those events, I say, every 2 or 3 months. This particular one was a bigger one because it was actually broadcast on ESPN family of networks, on ESPN2. So another activity in our area that we love to partake in is movie night. Our friends David and Marva Hinton own a business called Sunset Cinemas, where they have a huge 20-foot inflatable screen, which they set up at their beautiful home, invite folks out maybe once every other week during the dry season, for a movie night. They'll also get with one of the local restaurateurs to come out, set up where you can purchase food or your dinner. Can also bring your drinks, bring your cooler, come hang out under the breezes, under the stars, watch movies. It really is amazing. David has a 2,000-watt sound system, so it sounds great, and it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Another activity that we participate in our area. Our friends Ruth and Linda put on a games and cards night. They have this at one of the restaurants that's at one of the local condos. So it's a beautiful venue, beachfront venue in front of a beach and a pool. We just come out. People play all kinds of games, spades, bid. We play some phase 10, some other games, whatever it is you want to bring. Come hang out, have some drinks, catch up on what's been going on. That's another activity in our area we participate in. That's once a month. Also, another one of our friends, Bruce Roberson, has a farm called La Finca Moringa. So it's a moringa farm, but he has animals and a lot of other vegetables that he grows out there. So Bruce will take some of the meats, veggies from his farm once every 2-3 months or so and set up a farm to fork event where he will basically make a tapas style, appetizer style, 4 or 5 course kind of a sampler where you can taste the food. He will often get with another one of our friends, Jay Hawkins, who is a sommelier. So together they would try to select different wines, maybe do some wine pairings, with these food options. And so next thing you know, you have a food sampling, a 4 or 5 course food sampling and a wine tasting combined is like $25 or $30. It's like, where can you do this type of stuff at? At a very, very beautiful venue. So these are some of the activities that we participate in our daily lives in Panama. We'd like to remind you all to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know how you feel about this content and what you all may want to see in future content. I also want to remind you all about our Panama Relocation online course that you can access at PanamaRelocationOnlineCourses.com for more information that is going to help you complete your move to Panama seamlessly and efficiently while avoiding costly mistakes. So with that, we will catch you all on the next one.